opportunity to be with you on your weekly dosage of the program Delta Women's Drumbeat. Week after week, we enlighten you on topics beneficiary to you in every facet of life. With your regular host on the program, I am Ama Oneo.
Education is power that controls success. Do you want to know the principle and educating one on how to apply those principles? Join us on Delta Women Drum Beats. Delta Women Drum Beat, the voice for us all.
We are here for you on Delta Women's Drum Beat. 0903217429 is the number to call or send your messages to for comments, questions, and inquiries. For this week, our topic is child labor. Care to know what it's all about? Let us join our guest, Reverend BUKKY OMOLU. Happy listening.
So much, Amma.
All right, this week we're looking at child labor. From your own wealth of knowledge, what is child labor?
Well, child labor, as we know it to be, is putting the children into work. Maybe employing them to give assistance in the factory. They work in the factory. Some of them in the street. Some of them goes to the farm at the expense of their time when they ought to be playing or resting. They're in various places trying to do what we should do, trying to take charge or take over our responsibilities as parents. So that is child labor as far as I can say.
All right, so what age are we looking at when we mention child labor?
A child is a child. To me, I feel that I don't have a particular fixed number for a child, because if you as a parent cannot do what you ought to do for a child, you are still falling into that place. But we're looking at the ages of, say, from the ages of 5 or below 5 to 10, 15 years of age. Teenagers, that's when they are under our control as such.
So what causes child labor?
Well, a lot of things causes it. Some of them is greed, laziness, and we always blame it on poverty. But the major thing is laziness, greed, ignorance, and poverty as well.
All right, so we just mentioned poverty. So what are some of the dangers in child labor?
A lot of it is there, because first of all, we are endangering this child's life by exposing him or her to the conditions they are not matured or trained to handle. Because, we all went through stages of life. You got a child, when the child is supposed to, that developing stage where the child sits down, you tell the child, this is this and that is that. The child is the one going out to fend for you. You cannot tell the child anything, especially the girl child. You cannot correct her again. If you as a mother sit down in the house, you are not doing anything. You send your 12-year-old girl or 15-year-old girl to go and sell pure water, or to go and sell orange or garden egg to bring money. And this child go after selling those things, bring the money for you to spend. And tomorrow the child brings another money. Since the child is selling so many things, you cannot have a control over what means she's bringing money from, because she can tell it's one of those are traits, and you cannot say anything. And if she's that hyperactive child, she can shout down on you anywhere, any day, anytime, and you won't be able to say anything. So there are a lot of dangers in it.
All right, so recently in Delta State, they adopted the Child Act law of 2003. It was done in September by the state government to 2013. And so there was a body was set up known as the Education Marshals to go around to checkmate children who are loitering the street or walking during school hours to bring them back to school. But now the holidays are here again, and these children, we have so many of them on the streets. What do you think can be done to minimize this ever-growing trend of child labor?
And the thing is that I salute Delta State government for that thing they did. I could remember the then Commissioner for Education, that lady, when she will come during school hours, they will go around the town with Mrs. Obuagu. When she goes around the town with a bus, picking these children, lecturing the streets. Some of them were supposed to be in class in school hours and so on and so forth. We all liked it. Even some teachers who would just leave their class, they would just, hold them and do all those things. It was good, but if I may ask, now where are they? They are no longer there. If we say, okay, we put something, we are good at setting up something, but the follow-up is the problem. Parents don't follow up. The people who were put in place, they will follow up. At the end of the day, all of us will be shouting, government, government, government. Will the government come and sleep in the house? Who is the government? It's all of us. So for them to enact such a law is good. But implementation and continuity, that is what I'm really after. If it is not there, then if they don't sustain such things, it's not going to work because the children are still in the streets. One day I was going to, a front roundabout? And I saw a lot of these children by that Jakba Road there and so many junctions. See them selling, buy garden egg, buy walnut, buy this, buy that. It is just like that. I said, I wish they can just come and carry these children. In those days, there's this welfare. They'll just carry these children. Go and pay your child. If you can't come, they will keep the children there. So if they reawaken it again, let it not be only on the school level, on the streets, on the road. Right now, we have in this my outreach program called Prophetic Praise and Love, we have 2 children under our care. These children were found in the streets. One of them went to did abortion and lost one of her tubes. She was rotting in the hospital. We went there to pay the bills and took her out of there to go and learn a trade to become somebody tomorrow. So if it can be checkmated, I think everything will go on fine. All
right, a lot of parents, attribute it to poverty, as we earlier said when we started the interview. Would you say that is, the good reason for them to send their children into the streets?
Not at all, not at all. Like I said, a lot of things contributed to it. Some of them is poverty, but majority is greed and laziness. Greed and laziness. Some of them will say, in the days of old, the children used to do this. Even the children themselves, many of them have tasted free money. So they are now taken to the street to do this business for themselves. And when I say laziness, the parents don't want to take charge of their responsibility. If the child can afford to train herself, you can imagine even one of those things that even pained me. So when I said, you look at it, a child is a child. What of the ones we send to the university today? You see a girl child in the university. The child is going back to school. We parents, after paying their school fees, we don't care how much they get for handout. We don't care their hostel accommodation fee. We don't care their feeding. We tag the pocket money we give to them as their school fees and their books. What about the feeding? What about the soap and the cream and everything they will use in school? By the time we don't look into these issues, we are sending them to the streets. And at the end of the day, we say, my Pekin is in so-so university, and you are not taking charge of all those things. And the children, they are used to easy money. You see a small child carrying a big phone. Nowadays they don't ping again. They say it's tab, and is it tablet or touch or touch screen? And they wear all manners of clothing. We don't ask them where it's coming from. That is not the only way. Maybe putting them to street to hawk. We say it's poverty, it's poverty. Who said? Many of them is laziness, ignorance, and greed attached to the poverty. That's the thing.
So what can be done to, helping these children out of the poverty circle that actually leads them to child labor?
First of all, I think the program that your NGO is doing right now is a very good forum. It's a very, very, and I appreciate what the NGO convener is doing. It's a very good one, so that we can talk to parents, mothers, single fathers. Some of them, their ministry is just to have the children, not to bring them up. We can start from the church. We can start from the market program. We can start from a radio program like this, talking to ourselves, to take charge of our responsibilities. We say in those days that because women were not educated, that is why. But now that we're educated, a lot of us, we are too busy for our children. we are too busy to sit down and do our job. So I think the government setting up that program is a good means to do. But we, the parents, should stand up and play our role. The teacher will do theirs. We used to say charity begins at home, but nowadays it's like the charity is beginning from the outside. So let us take it back to home, set a good foundation from them, and follow it up even to the university level until they become, adults and men and women for themselves. A mother doesn't stop for a child. We shouldn't stop.
All right, a child listening to us right now, he or she has been forced into it. What would be your advice to that child?
What I will tell that child is, if you are listening to me on this program, most of you, you know who Mama For Real is. Go get my number and call me. Call the number of the NGO, the person running this program. They will be able to direct you to places where you can come to and hear a good counseling. You need to be counseled out of it in case you are already addicted to street hawking or body hawking or any kind of labor you don't like. Just make sure you call them. They will direct you to us. We know how to handle you. And in case your parents are not doing it well, go and report them to the welfare in your locality. Report them. The welfare is not going to put them in the prison. They're only going to call them, cancel them, and make them to take charge of their responsibilities. And at the same time, you yourself, you should know. Don't fall into the hands of people who will tell you you are enjoying quick money. So now you want to do the business for yourself. When you close from school, you not read your books. You go and carry pure water to sell in the road. What if how many times has hit and run drivers has killed our children in the street? Or how many of them has been carried to a corner to be raped? You see unwanted pregnancy. If you go to Ore or even to this our roundabout here, if you are going to Benin, that's a Amukpe roundabout, you see about 70% of those children, all of them are pregnant because of street hawking and all those things. So if you know you are indulging these things, think about the dangers that are in it. You are cutting short your destiny. Your dream will no longer be realized because you've gotten a shortcut into making money. So wake up from that thought and retrace your step. Get in touch with us. Get in touch with anybody, maybe your pastor or somebody who can talk to you. They will reach us and will help you out in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much, Ma, for your time. We've been speaking to Reverend BUKKY OMOLU, a.k.a. Mama For Real, on the program Delta Women's Drum Beat.
Thank you so much, and God bless you, Amma.
Welcome back from that interview. I had a chat with some persons regarding our topic, child labor. Let us listen to what they had to say. So this work where they work, how much do they make in a day?
They make now 1,000 or 2,000.
For the load where you carry so?
Yes.
So every day they make that money, they give your parents. Now
Yes.
your parents, they give or be night for yourself?
My parents,
So what did they use until they do for you now?
they pay my school fees.
They pay your school fee, but you like the kind of work where they do so?
Yes.
You like them? You like the work where they do?
Yes.
You dey enjoy them so?
Yes.
You don't get any problem when you dey face when you dey work on your own so?
No.
You know they face problem?
No.
When you dey stop to the sell so? What time you think they stop to the sell?
10.
10.
Money.
Morning, and when you sell for naughty that time, you go stop.
Yes.
So you dey go school?
Yes.
Which class you dey?
For my 4.
Primary 4. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So how long you don dey hawk?
Something like, say, 6 years.
6 years. Your parents force you to hawk?
No,
They not force you. So you like to dey hawk as you dey hawk?
no,
Okay, so why you not like her?
because it's not my talent.
You dey stop your talent.
It's not my talent.
You dey stop your talent.
Yes,
Since your parents not force you, now only you dey do am.
yes.
Okay, so wetin you go like if you go like to stop this kind of thing wey you dey do so?
Yes.
Which class you dey?
My sis.
So you dey go school. So during school hours you dey up.
No.
Okay, you know dey up for school hours. As you get holidays to night dey up.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, how many years you be?
11.
11 years. How many years you don dey do this your work wey you dey do so?
Something 5 days.
5 days.
2 weeks, I mean.
2 weeks. You know dey hawk before. Wetin come make you start? Wetin make you start to dey hawk?
I can't see it, my mother. I I can't sit my mother. I just like to help my mother to work.
Okay, you want to help your mother to work so that she go fit take care of you. But you like the work, so
Yes.
you like her. What do make you like her?
I like her because they use until they pay my school fees and they use until they feed me too.
They feed you too, okay. But what did your mama and your papa tell you before you start? They tell you anything?
No.
They don't force you? No, only you say you won't work?
Yes.
All right, thank you, eh?
Yes.
All right, madam, good morning.
Good morning.
As you dey do this work, so your children, they all as they work.
No, I don't like her.
Why you not like her?
Because corruption is bad. They corrupt children.
They corrupt children.
Yes.
But as this holiday, there's so many children there, they roads. What do you go tell parents then?
I will advise these parents to take care of their children so that they will not be wayward or get lost.
So this hawking
It's bad.
is bad.
Yes.
All right, ma. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I personally don't like the idea of sending children into the street to market or hawk anything when their mates are counterpart and in the school learning.
So what do you think should be done to change this trend?
I think the government has to step in at this, provide free education, because that's the bone of contention. Some people not being able to afford the cost of education.
But right now in Delta State, there's free education. And we still have more children on the streets.
See, fine, there's free education, but it does not end there. Like, take for example, there's a family whose breadwinner is late. The woman is left to cater for 2 or 3 children. And what is her income at the end of the day that can enable her cater for those children, even though the education is free? They have to pay transport to school. They have to feed. And the woman may have to pay rent in where she stays.
So what would you advise to parents who see the avenue of sending their children out as a means to an end?
It boils down to the fact that if a parent cannot take care of the home front, then how does it take care of the children? How does it send the children to school, even though this education is free? So it comes back to, to the issue of what can the government do to ameliorate the suffering of the masses, the suffering of those who are down the ladder.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Different strokes for different folks. Do remember, registration is ongoing for the free entrepreneurial training starting on the 6th to 24th October 2014. To register, call 090-321-74129, 090-321-74129. This is strictly for women in business, so hurry and register now. Our talent segment is next. Our artist for this week is Weather with a song titled Ige.
Where you take go? You're me day for here. You got to show. Ike, where you take go? You're me day for here. You got to show. Eroro, you got to. Oh me now. Oh me now. Oh me now. Say. Oh me now. Say. Oh me. Oh me. Clean your eyes. Tonight's the night for me. Where you go out for low. Let's boogie tonight. Wait, whatever you do, I'll be there. I'll be there wherever you go. I want it. Come down and go get her. Go get her. Arama, yeah, go get her. Aya, where you take go? You're me day for here. You got to show. Ike, where you take go? You're me day for here. You got to show. Eroro, you got to. Oh me now. Oh me now. Oh me now. Say. Oh me now. Say. Oh Waiting do them, I get your money. Them get your money. Everybody you get your plenty. Oh yeah, spray and say whatever you do, I'll be there. Yeah. I'll be there wherever you go. I want it. Come down. Oh yeah, go beta. Go beta. Arama ye go beta. Aya. Ike, where you take go? You're me a day for here. You got to show. Ike, where you take go? You're me a day for here. You got to show. Oh me now. Oh me now. Oh me now. Oh me now.
You can be on the spotlight just like weather, so call 09032174129, 09032174129 to be part of the talent segment on Delta Women's Drumbeat. An opportunity to shine with your talent in business, entertainment, arts, etc. for free. Hook up with Delta Women's Drumbeat on the various social media platforms. On Facebook, click on the like button at www.facebook.com/Delta Women Drumbeat. On Twitter at Delta Women. On YouTube to listen to previous episodes at www.youtube.com/Delta Women's Drumbeat. On BBM, our pin is 7A 4FECB9. 7A 4FECB9. Visit the NGO's website at www.deltawomen.org to follow updates about the NGO's activities. Grateful as usual to my boss, Elsie Jogun Reed, Sarah Kamara, my producer, volunteers of the NGO Delta Women, and the crew of Delta Women's Drumbeat. There is dignity in labor, but dishonor in child labor. Let us do this same time, same station next week. I'm Oneo saying do have a great day. Bye-bye.